This is a certified hood classic.
With extra hood today.
Hey now.
Hoodie.
Joey, have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
All rise, order in the court. It is it's time to watch out for motorcycles.
That's right. Remember this 4th of July. Keep both hands on the wheel and both eyes on the road.
Yes. And the drinks out of your mouth.
Yeah, if you're going to drink, stay home and watch us.
That's right. Yeah, we'll be here tomorrow, just so you know, for the chase tomorrow.
No live court.
No.
Obviously.
But today, obviously. What do we got?
Creed, we don't do a lot of child support, but when it's just this good, we have to take time and acknowledge what's going on.
Well, what's going on?
Sack Rider.
One moment, please.
Take your time.
No hurry.
Ready for you, Mr. Danbury.
Okay. Mr. Danbury, in this matter, you're before the court charged with civil contempt of court due to your failure to pay child support and or related expenses. You could, upon a first conviction, you could be ordered to serve up to 45 days in jail. If it's a second or subsequent offense, up to 90 days in jail. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
Court has appointed Mr. Sackrider to represent you in this matter. Have you had sufficient opportunity to speak to Mr. Sackrider in preparation for this proceeding?
Imagine having that name in high school,
And Mr. Sackrider, are you ready to proceed?
Good.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Ms. Tolf and Mr. Danbury, I'm going to have you raise your right hands.
From the looks of it, he's never recovered.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Tolf, when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before the court is Kenneth Danbury of docket 2020-2029 DS. We're here today for a bench warrant hearing after the respondent failed to appear before Your Honor on May 22nd, 2024. The current order being enforced is a modified uniform support order from October of 2022. The respondent's current obligation each month is $1,349, plus an additional $100 for arrears, and then $3.50 for service and processing fees, making his total monthly obligation $1,452.50. The date and amount of last payment is $1,000, and that came as him paying that on his own in December 14th, 2022. Enforcement history on this case: there has been one show cause, 2 bench warrants, and 1 previous contempt finding by the referee. Monitoring compliance for the last 6 months means that the respondent should have paid $8,715, and he has paid nothing outside of a bond forfeiture that we apply to the case. Total arrears on this docket are currently through the end of June at $28,017.44.
She just $28K in the rears.
I have a feeling, unless this man is a multimillionaire, he is never ever going to catch up on that. 28 grand.
My God. Good luck with that. Nigel, we'll be here at 4:05 Eastern for we got a chase tomorrow. Live.
Star winner will be here as well.
I hope so. And Sack Rider's gonna be busy.
The court does want Your Honor to know that this matter had been adjourned multiple times before referee Croteau, before he did eventually find the respondent to be in contempt. No jail sentence was applied, and then the respondent failed to appear before Your Honor. There's been a lengthy enforcement history on this case, and the respondent does have the ability to work and pay. He stated before he does DoorDash.
That's a lot of deliveries, and thank you for the child support fund, Gary.
We'll make sure that gets into the proper hands, Gary. We appreciate that. Yeah, DoorDash, I don't think pays all that much. I don't want to say anything.
Gary, where are you?
Shirtless Dad sent me over something funny with old Tim Wilson. Remember Tim Wilson?
Yeah.
About it's a good kid, the good kid bit. It was actually pretty funny. So that's a little insider thing.
has been no action taken on the case as far as filing a motion to modify, nor has he began paying as ordered. And he did book into Calhoun County Jail on June 25th, 2024 with credit for 9 days served.
Okay. Mr. Sackrider, do you contest or dispute any statement?
How dare you talk about my wife that way, kids? Jesus Christ. Oh, that Emily, I think is what she meant. The one over there.
Tough.
Never mind.
It's made by Ms. Toth.
She's a tough cookie.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any questions for Ms. Toth?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Okay. Any proofs, Mr. Sackrider?
Yes, I call Mr. Danbury.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, Mr. Danbury, can you hear me?
Make it good, Danbury.
You heard the testimony of the caseworker, Ms. Tolf. Is that correct?
Yes.
Was there anything that you disagreed with?
No.
All right. Were you
No.
aware of your support?
Killing it, Danbury.
Amount of $1,452.50 per month.
Yes.
All right. The amount seems quite high. Have you taken steps to file a motion to have that modified?
No.
Why not?
Me and Star have been going back and forth on getting back together, so I thought eventually it would just be us back together and haven't filed a motion.
Oh, shit.
All right.
He's counting on it.
Notified that your last payment was $1,000 on December 14th of 2022. Is that correct?
Oh my God.
Yeah, other than the bond 3 months ago.
The bond in March of 2024.
Yeah. The
Do
Star
you
paid
recall
that.
how much
It
was
was
that?
1,000. It was 1,500, but 500 went to something else, I think.
All right. Was 2022 the last time you were employed?
No. I was employed in 2023
Where did you work in 2023?
at RJ Mechanical and Service Professor.
Service
All right.
professor.
And
They pay you
do
under
remember
the table,
dates
did
that
they?
you worked there.
It was wintertime when I worked at Service Professor, and in the summertime at RJO. I was staying with Star when I worked at Service Professor.
All right. So in the summer of last year, 2020.
I'm guessing because of the $28K that he owes. Is that?
Yeah, contempt of court, not showing up when they ask you to come to court and you don't show up, and those kinds of things. They put your ass in jail.
I'm not even going to ask what NPC is. We'll just go with it.
2023, you worked at RJ Mechanical.
Yeah, it was in the summertime, I think. Yeah.
That's non-playable character.
Later in the year,
Oh, okay.
you had a different job in the winter. At
Yes, Vicky,
Service
5:30.
Professor.
Yeah,
We got a case.
Okay.
I want to say
She does-
February, but I'm not sure.
February of this year.
No.
Thanks, Tin Man.
All right. She testified that you didn't make any payments in 2023. Is that correct?
There's a
Tough
court
year.
judgment.
Okay. And what do you mean by when you say through the courts?
Like I didn't give the courts money to pay Star.
Were you giving Petitioner or Star money?
I don't know.
All right. And how were you giving her money?
I can't believe Star don't want him back.
Handed it to her.
I can't believe this dude's not a virgin.
How much were you giving her?
It was random stuff. Random amount.
All right. Did you ever pay Star's rent?
The first year we were separated after the fire, yeah.
When was that?
The fire happened at the end of May, so June through June, I believe.
Of what years?
It'd be, I don't care about dates. It'd be June 2022 to 23, I believe.
So from June of 2022 to June of 2023, you paid her rent.
I believe just the months, yes.
How much was that?
I don't remember if it was almost 900 or if it was 1,100.
Look good, Pass?
All right. So you were not together at that time?
Post pictures,
I
please.
don't know. I don't know.
PPP.
All right. Were you together after June of 23?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. And you believed that she was going to forgive your arrears?
Last October, yes, and then 2 months ago,
All right, but that has not happened, correct?
correct?
She'll never forget your rear.
And you realize that you would have to file a motion with the court to have the support order modified?
Yes.
All right, what is your, sorry.
2
go
months
ahead.
ago that I thought 2 months ago that we were going to do that, but that's changed now.
There's no we, white man.
Okay. What is your plan to pay this obligation in the future?
When I get out, I'm going to go get my dad's extra vehicle so I can get back to work and have a reliable transportation to my job. And I'm going to go back to commercial heating and cooling. My
I've
trade.
got a job as a motivational speaker.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Do you have a license?
Yes.
All right. And your dad has an extra vehicle that you can use?
Yes.
Pops coming in clutch.
With commercial heating and cooling?
Yes, over a decade.
All right. Are you willing to set up income withholding for your child support obligation?
Yes.
All right. Why didn't you do that in the beginning of this year?
Like I said, we've been talking about getting back together and getting our family back together. So I, was thinking all this would just work itself out. It's not that way.
Okay.
Bet on the wrong horse, bud.
All right. What is your highest level education completed?
I didn't go to college for trade school. I graduated high school with my diploma. But I got years of certificates and training and stuff for the HVAC stuff.
HVAC.
All right. Do you have any felonies on your record?
No, sir.
Do you have any issues with substance abuse?
No.
She's shaking her head. Yes.
Would you like
Yes,
to tell
she
the
is.
court?
No, I mean, it's just been rough the last 2 years. Like the house fires is what caused our relationship to end. So
House
it's been
fires?
difficult trying to manage that.
He did say house fires. I hope that there's.
He just misspoke it.
I hope it did so.
And
This house burnt down, and so did our love.
Listen, though, it is kind of crappy to an extent. I'm not sticking up for him and not paying for him not paying for his child support. But I could see where you kind of have in your head that, we're getting back together, getting the band back together, right? As you said in the chat. And that could screw you up a little bit.
It's a terrible bet, though. I mean,
No, it is. And that's not something you want to.
I mean, in the meantime, your kids need some stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe we should take you back if you seem more reliable.
All right. All right. Thank you. I have no further questions.
Okay. Sir, it sounds like based upon past year and the beginning of this year that you have pretty easy time finding work. Is that correct?
if I had a reliable transportation, yes, and that's what I've fixed since I've been in here talking to my dad.
Okay,
So,
so you
finding the-
do have transportation. You should be able to have a job then, correct?
Yes, now I do have transportation. I did not before.
To Eileen and everybody else that's joining us, just a little bit late. He didn't show up for court. Owes $28K. He's in arrears for child support, so that's why he is in trouble. And wearing that beautiful orange smock, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to tell me, sir?
I just
Okay.
I gotta get my stuff together, and that's my plan.
Just cut them off.
Okay.
Okay.
Ms. Winter, is there anything you would like to tell me? Ma'am, you're muted. You have to unmute.
No problem.
Yes. Kenny is correct. he did pay my rent when I first moved in here through the insurance company, not like out of his pocket.
Huh?
The
Oh, because of the fire.
paid my
Right.
first year's rent, and it is $850 a month from June 22 to June 23. Kenny does not give me any money. He has not given me any money throughout the 2 years. So that is a lie. We have been trying to work it out. We've tried several times, but it's been like a week here or 2 weeks here. But he has a drug addiction, and he's mentally not able to really function, I guess, because of the drugs. So he's caught in a lot of lies.
Oh, Kenny.
And so I end it.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, ma'am?
That is it.
Does
Okay.
he strike you as somebody that is out partying and or on drugs at all?
He strikes me as the kind of guy that's sitting somewhere depressed doing that.
Yeah, I could see that, I guess.
I guess I'll ask Mr. Stackrider, do you have any questions of Ms. Winter? And if so, I'll have her sworn in.
No.
No, I don't have any other questions.
Okay.
I'd love to see Sack Rider and this guy hang out all night.
Well, in this case, the court has heard the testimony, and I guess I'll ask Mr. Stackrider, do you have any closing statements?
No, I don't have any closing.
I have a structured
Okay, thank you.
settlement, but I
Court will
need
note that,
cash now.
Mr. Danbury has an arrearage in excess of $28,000.
That's him burning his own house down, you're alleging, right?
Allegedly.
Or is he watering the
He watering the door.
That he has not paid since December of 2022. Notwithstanding that, he stated and in fact confirmed that he was working at Service Professor this last winter of 2023, and before that, RJ Mechanical. And he acknowledges that he didn't make any payments during that particular time. And he apparently has the
He was in the rears then. Why did we not go after him then? If you know, right, to get the money taken out of his check then?
He probably didn't work there long enough.
No, that's, I guess, possible.
education and training to be able to work in that, I guess you say mechanical service profession. He had some problems with transportation, he said, up until recently when his dad said he would provide him with a vehicle, but notwithstanding that, he, again, he has not delineated anything that he's done to, again, be able to acquire employment and to pay, or even when he was working, he wasn't paying. As a result, the court will find that he was well aware of his support obligation, as he acknowledged that he failed or refused to pay and did not make a good faith attempt at compliance. And as a result, the court will find him in contempt of court. Anything before sentencing, Mr. Sackright?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. We would ask that Mr. Danbury be sentenced to time served, the 9 days he's been incarcerated, and that he be able to be released from jail to find employment. He stated that he does have training in heating and cooling, and that he can begin to pay on this obligation, as well as he has a plan for transportation.
And that's a vocation that's always
Mr. Danbury testified that he's
Heating and cooling.
planning on filing a motion to get this support order modified or lowered to a more realistic child support payment. And it's for all those reasons we would ask that he be released from jail today, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, what the court's going to do is, Mr. Danbury, the court could sentence you in this matter up to 90 days in jail. I'm not going to. You've not had any jail time previously. The court will, however, sentence you to 30 days in jail with credit for 9 days served. The court would allow you to purge yourself of contempt by paying the sum of $1,000. So you can pay the $1,000 or you can spend the remaining time in jail. You're free to go. Have a good day.
I have a feeling he's staying in jail.
Thank you,
Think so.
Mr. Mayor, for
By the way, these cases happened about 2 hours ago, so
Oh, why are we watching some old shit?
he'll be in. He's still in the Hooskow right now as we speak.
How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
Good morning, sir.
Hello, sir.
Mr. Mcclure, in this matter, you're before the court charged with civil contempt of court due to your failure to pay child support and or related expenses. Upon a first conviction, you could be ordered to serve up to 45 days in jail. If it's a second or subsequent offense, up to 90 days in jail.
Making some breakfast.
Court has appointed Mr. Sackrider to represent you in this matter. Have you had sufficient opportunity to speak to
Look
Mr.
at
Sackrider in preparation for this hearing?
Yes, sir. I believe he's court-appointed attorney, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I did. I spoke with him earlier.
Okay. Mr. Sackrider, are you ready to proceed?
Me too.
Yes, Your Honor.
18 more days.
Ms. Gilman and Mr. Mcclure, we'll have you raise your right hand, be sworn in, then we'll take some testimony.
Sir, I got a situation here. I'm trying to actually put a Band-Aid on. My finger just broke back open.
Oh no, we don't.
I got to get my finger
We don't need to
from
see.
bleeding. It was bleeding really bad yesterday, so it started bleeding again. I'm actually getting ready to put a Band-Aid on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's just, I mean, like it literally just started right. I did not expect this video to start right now.
You can't do this and put a
go ahead.
Band-Aid on?
Take care of your injury and then we'll start.
Injury.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I apologize about this.
Judge is not liking that.
I just got to get this on here. Get this
What?
stuck to my finger.
Somebody's got $1 million clock. I said clock, CLOCK.
I heard that sack frame. Yeah.
Oh, he is too. Mom is bringing in a sandwich.
Why is he sitting on the floor of a bathroom using the toilet as a desk? I just don't get it.
Bill, thank you. Yes, a Band-Aid money.
Oh, look, he's getting the Band-Aid on.
Oh, okay.
This is the first injury treatment during a court session.
That's true. He should be a nurse. He's done very well with that.
Yeah. Oh, great bedside. Look at that. Boom. Yeah. Not even a wrinkle in it.
I should be good for a moment.
Okay, sir, if you would raise your right hand, we'll have you sworn in.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Gilman, you can proceed when you're ready.
Thank you. Before the court is Anthony Mcclure of docket numbers 2013-3089 DM and 2009-1399 DS. Their monthly total obligation for the 2013 case is $549.50. 401 for the current support, 145 ordered on arrears, and $350 per month for service and processing fees. The last voluntary payment was $250 on May 25th, 2024 in the form of a bench warrant agreement. This is their third show cause. They've had 2 bench warrants and 1 contempt finding. Friend of the court has monitored their compliance for the last 3 months at the rate of $549.50 per month. They should have paid $1,898.50, and they have paid the $250. The total shortfall of that is $1,648.50. The total arrears are at $7,708.06 through July 31st of 2024. They were ordered to 7 days in jail by referee Mueller on February 6, 2024, which was suspended pending compliance, as well as a $200 lump sum payment. On the 2009 case, the total monthly obligation is $48.50. $30 for current support and $3.50 per month for service and processing fees. Per the Michigan Child Support Formula Guideline, they should be paying $15 per month towards arrears on this case. The last voluntary payment was $110 on May 25th, 2024 in the form of a bench warrant agreement. This is their third show cause, and they've had 2 bench warrants and 1 contempt finding. Friend of the court has monitored for compliance on this case for the last 3 months at the rate of $48.50 per month. They should have paid $255.50, and they have paid $110. The total shortfall is that $145.50. The total arrears are at $648.82 through July 31st of 2024. They were also ordered to 7 days in jail by referee Mueller on February 6, 2024 for this docket, which was suspended pending compliance and an additional $200 lump sum payment. Their only payments since the hearing with referee Mueller have been the bench warrant agreements. They have advised they are self-employed, putting used tires on vehicles. They were struggling to meet the obligation and were advised to change the order. They would need to file a motion, and no motions have been filed.
Turns a body shop.
That was quite a mouthful there. Did anybody follow that? Lady Sky, thank you for the 5. Thank you.
So I get it. He's dodged a few bullets, Creed. Welcome. He's dodged a few. He could have went, he's had some contempt, 7 days. They set it off as long as he paid this, that, and the other. Now it's gotten to the point where he hasn't paid this, that, and the other. And he's looking at some time, but he does put used tires on cars.
Yeah. So he's self-employed and makes some money.
That's a good business, right?
Mr. Sackrider, do you contest or dispute any of the statements made by Ms. Gilman?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions for Ms. Gilman?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, any proofs?
Yes, I call my client.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Mcclure, can you hear me?
I can, sir.
Girls.
You heard the testimony of Ms. Gilman, is that correct?
It's apparently to the paperwork, yeah.
All right, was there anything that you disagreed with?
I mean, like I said, sir, I disagree with me being the one that have to pay back somebody else's loan. I'm just being honest with you. I know what you said earlier. I'm not saying that I'm in
someone else's loan. What is he talking about?
Is he talking about like the child being like a loan? He's referring to the child support as a loan? Or is he like, she decided to have that kid? Why should I have to pay for that? That's a weird way of saying it.
Because I don't want to pay. I don't make that kind of money right now. I do have 2 pro promotion packages, but like I said, I didn't even have the money to put that in. So I just had a pretty good day yesterday, So I mean, that would have been the earliest that I could have taken $40 and stuck in, what I'm saying, and put towards that.
Okay. So you are planning on filing a motion to modify this support obligation in the near future?
Actually, today, if I'm not mistaken, today. Like I said, I had a good day yesterday, so I have $40 now.
All right. Where do you work currently?
I am my own employee. It's called Retire.
Ooh,
careful. What kind of work do you do?
Play on words.
Mounting and balancing tires for people.
All right. How much do you earn with that employment per week?
It's not really a set amount. I can tell you what I charge per tire, which is $30 per tire. That's all. I mean, that's
how much?
That's my actual. That's pretty much it. If somebody comes up, it's $30 per tire.
All right. What would you say on average per week?
Per week.
I guess if I average it out.
Don't lowball us.
But see, that's the thing, man, because in December I get a lot of people because everybody's scared of the wintertime, and then at the beginning of the spring, you'll get people, oh, I need my rims put on. So then in between those times, it's just like if somebody blows a tire. So it's not, I don't even know how to say it. It's not really a set amount. I make $30 per wheel. Sometimes I get, like yesterday, I had 2 sets of tires. So that was $30. That was a $120 for like 2 vehicles. So I made $240 yesterday. But it's not like that every day. It's not like that every day. It's pretty much like a $30 day, I guess I could say. So what? $150 a week? What? 30 times 5? $150 a week, I guess.
$150 a week?
All right.
So that's why we're worried about $40-something.
Spoken like a true man that owns his own business. I'm gonna make $150 a week, bud.
Might want to get a job. I'm just saying.
Do you have expenses?
tire lube, sticky weight for the European wheels, gas. I got a generator. So it's like 2 gases, basically, truck and generator. I've had to buy 2 air compressors. I've had to buy 2 generators. Both, the one was $1,100. That's the one I'm working with now. I got a bigger and better one, but I had to get a loan to get that. I borrowed that from a guy that has a store. So he let me borrow $1,000 that day, and I had $150. So it was like $1,141 out the door. So I got that, and 2 jacks that cost like $360 a piece, 2 impacts that are like $1,000 a piece.
So we sell this, we'd be in
Jack
good.
stands. I mean, those are cheap. You
Good
know,
point.
like $25 for 2, I guess. My balancer cost me $1,400.
How did he get all this money to buy
Full
this?
box was like $230, but then it's loaded with a bunch of snap-on tools, which is a lot of money. I mean, you know, bills at home. Trying to think what else. That's pretty much.
He's got like 50
and
G's and
I
just
have
Snap-on tools alone.
yeah. He's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you ever heard of a pawn shop, sir?
equipment payment, which is for everything.
Yeah, why are we letting him go on and on about the shit that he owns for his business? I could care less. Unless that's, I mean, it's
Setting
not like
the table for being broke, I guess.
Yeah, but it's not like a judge can say, hey, go pawn that stuff or start selling off some stuff, bud. You need to pay.
Back of the truck. And I also pay Snap-on for the actual tire machine. The tire machine was $15,000, so I pay like $100 a week on that. And I haven't paid him in a few weeks. Weeks.
He's coming to get it then.
Okay.
Snap-on will be there.
All right. So what I'm hearing is that your expenses exceed your income.
It kind of does, I guess.
All right.
Well, but I mean, all that stuff is like the balancer's paid for. I'm just saying this is what I had to put in the back of the truck at first. The car that I told you the tire machine I traded for my son's car, that was my first tire machine. So that was the $1,800 tire machine. I put $2,200 into that just to get it working right. So once it started working right, the people at Airway where I work at, the guy that owns it, he got a barn built at his house, and I traded that tire machine for that car. So I didn't actually pay for the car, but I got it for my 16-year-old son. So.
All right. She testified that your last payments on these cases were to clear a bench warrant in May of 2024. Why were you not making regular payments?
Because that $360 that I put in there, dude, busted my pockets. Busted my pockets, sir.
Wide open.
Busted.
I went out yesterday with absolutely no money in my pocket and actually made $240. So just with everything else that I got to pay, you know, bills, trying to keep the stupid car and trying to keep the stuff in the back of the truck, you know, paid for so they don't come take me away or whatever, or take that stuff or whatever you want to call it, you know. Those are the expenses I have.
All right. All right. What's your highest level of education completed?
12th grade.
You have a diploma?
Yes, sir.
Can you show it to us?
All right. Do you have any felonies on your background?
No, sir.
All right. Have you considered obtaining different employment with a more regular pay schedule?
I thought about it, but the only thing that throws that off is when somebody calls, if I'm working somewhere else, how am I going to go do a tire? Like, I've already started this job, and like I've been doing this for 3 years. And like I said, it gets hot, you know, around November, December, and it gets hot, you know, like March, April, when everybody's needing their rims put on. But other than that, it's just
Katie and I now he's kind of referring to it as if he took a job and he started a job. How he just said that a couple of times almost sounds like he's got a job on the side of his and then his business.
It's really coming down to, you know, he got busted. Them pockets were busted earlier.
Yes.
And now One, I'm trying to figure out where he keeps all these tools. Has he got a brick and mortar? Is he keeping them?
No, I think it's on his truck. I think he's a mobile tire dude. I think he comes.
How's he
out-
keeping everybody he knows from stealing everything he's got? My God, he must sleep out there with a pew all night long or something.
Maybe he lives in the truck.
I hope so. But at the same time, if it's a failing business, obviously, if you're only making that kind of money, why are you continuously piling money? If you got a skill like that, there's tire shops everywhere to pick you up. But he seems like the kind of guy that's like, I want to be my own boss. I don't want nobody to tell me what to do. I don't want to pay no loans.
Mm-mm-mm. Oh, yeah, the loan. Madonna, thank you. Welcome. Hi. Don't forget, 5:30 East today for We Got a Case channel is members only.
Trickle, it's, I get, like I said, I make at least 150 a week. I'll get $30 here, $30 there, maybe $60. Two people, somebody will come up. I need both my front tires done. Okay, so I'll do their front tires for $60. But my incentive is a $30 surcharge if I have to leave from Airway, seeing that I got started at Airway. So I try to make people come to Airway because it's a salvage yard, so that way that they can, benefit from the yard also. So I try to bring people there. So I tell them it's going to be $30 less if you just come out the Airway. So that's what I do.
So he works out of a junkyard?
I get people here and there, but I make enough to kind of cover my own stuff, but I don't really make enough to try to cover everything else, man, for other people,
I ain't got time for other people's shit.
For your children in other ways.
Oh, definitely.
High fives, hugs.
My 9-year-old son, he came over for Sunday and I paid him $50 to cut the yard. The yard's not a $50 yard. So I just made sure that he had money because he's not working. So, this is the type of dad I am, man. I look out for my kids.
Where'd he get that? Where'd he get $50 from?
The last one. That's what we do.
Right? That's 1/3 of his
who we are.
weekly pay.
We're a tight family. I understand the moms are in situations, but that's not my problem. We're not together anymore. It's all about my kids.
That's not your problem anymore?
I know these women's is in situations, and I'm not paying for their loans. Again, this is the guy who referred to paying child support as paying someone else's loan. Their loan.
Oh, my God.
If you want extra money, then go get a job or better your education. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
I'm doing what I have to do for me.
How about you? Oh, my God. This dude is.
Talk about the pot on the kettle black. Go get a better job. Get a good education. These women want more money. Hey, just my tip to them is to go and get a better job.
He does. He makes more than that.
Absolutely. He is so full of shit about how much he's making. Allegedly.
To make sure that I'm okay. And to make sure that when my kids come to my house, I'm not lacking.
Yes, Tommy. Tomorrow, 405 East for We Got a Chase. Tomorrow, yes, on July 4th.
And something, I'm not missing something. If they want to go do something, hey, let's go do this. Dad, I want to, like Tony, my daughter, 12-year-old. Dude, every time I take her anywhere to go eat, it's, Dad, I want a whole full rack of ribs. Guess who has to pay for it? It's not my wife or my girlfriend, I should say. I'm not married, but it's not her. I'm the one paying for that.
I got rib money.
But like I said, I
don't know. Tell the kid to get a damn job or get a half rack of ribs and enjoy them.
Who do you think's putting ribs in that 12-year-old's mouth? Me. Daddy, I want the full rack. I say, all right, you got it. Let Daddy go ahead and change a couple tires real quick.
This guy.
So full of shit. Just got a chance to start seeing my daughter in November because her mom kept her away from me for 5.5 years.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
So, that's the type of stuff that I'm dealing with versus just being me, man. Just trying to live my life and do what I got to do for me.
I think so too, Kiernoth, and I think he says to meet over rather than him running around though. He says
meet
over
at the junkyard.
Yeah, meet at the junkyard, and I save you a little bit of money.
It's $30 extra if he goes to where you are.
Right. Huh.
All I hear from him is me.
Narcissist, yes.
Got kids ages 30 and 12 running around.
right, is there anything else you would like to tell the court?
I don't know what else there is to say, sir. I am a responsible enough parent where I don't need child support.
29.
I don't know what else to say. I don't need this. And I don't know why I'm paying back somebody else's financial issue. This isn't my financial issue. And when my kids need me, I'm there. You know, when they call me and Dad, I need this. All right, sweet.
All right, thank you. I have no further questions.
All
Mr.
right.
McClure, in this matter, there are support orders in place, and those support orders order you to pay a particular amount to support your children. So that's why you're having to pay, is to support the children when they're not with you, but with the other parent. So you said you work at Airway, is that correct?
I don't actually work at Airway, or you guys will be still getting a check from Airway.
Oh, shit.
That's what I asked. You talked about being at Airway and you'd have people come to Airway. So I wasn't clear if you were working there or not working there.
Well, this is where I set up my truck at.
Oh boy, are we kind of figuring something out?
Is he being sneaky over there at the Airway, which is the salvage yard, which he said that's where you used to work, and he's like, oh no, I don't. If I still work there, you'd be getting checks from there, Judge.
Well,
I think Judge smells a fish.
Yes,
one that smells like a junkyard.
Tell you what, I'll because I'm still on Wi-Fi, I'll let you see what I use.
You don't have to.
Just look behind me, sir. This is what I drive. That's my vehicle right there. That's all I have. I don't have a building. All I have is a house. Okay. That's all I drive. So I don't have a brick and mortar. I don't have tires. I don't have all that stuff.
Okay. In this matter, if in fact, as you've talked, that your employment is sporadic, that you, as you said, it's good in March and April, and then just November and December.
Tax time's real good, Your Honor.
Job that'll pay you each and every week.
Because I still get people to trickle in that get tires done at different times of the day. So if I have a job, how am I supposed to cover that part of it? If they need a tire done,
you won't have time to do that, but you'll have a full-time job that'll pay you far more than $150 per week.
But I like what I'm doing, sir. That's the difference. I actually like what I'm doing. You know, I've tried those other jobs. I've done the factory work. That's not for me. I talk too much. I've gotten fired from that. Dude, I was an electrician. I got fired from being an electrician because I talk too much. I talk too much. I can't be in nobody else's job. I have to do my own thing and be my own person. I can't do another job. I can't. I've tried it. I've never kept a job longer than 2.5 years. And Airway was the only place I stayed longer, only because they left me in the corner and let me do tires all day long. That's why. Now that's the other part of it. I worked at McLean's Towing. When I worked at McLean's Towing in 2015, I was like, well, why would they keep dropping cars off at Discount and Bell when they could just put something like this together? So that's what I was actually expecting is to actually get picked up by some of the tow companies. And I've talked to Buds. I know Robert at Buds. I've talked to Patty and Kevin up there at McLean's. Nobody's picked me up yet.
They all know I'm crazy, Your Honor.
Operation works. I know that you got to be their insurance companies have to pick you up and say, hey, we trusted this guy. And I'm a legal LLC business. Still never picked me up. So I kind of like what I'm doing because I don't have to. If I want to talk too much, that's fine. I'm not going to get fired for talking too much. And I can't help it because I'm ADHD, so I talk too much. I think a lot. So everything I think sometimes comes out of my mouth. I get in trouble.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to tell me, sir?
I don't know what else to tell you, sir.
Anything else, Mr. Sacred?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, in this matter, the court heard the testimony that Mr. Mcclure has a support obligation in the one case of $549.50 and the other $48.50 per month. That, in fact, he has a sizable arrearage on the 2013 case, and just shy of $8,000. The other one is only about $650. That he has stated in this matter that he's self-employed. He
Multiple baby mamas, multiple babies.
balances tires, that he has tried other employment. He was an electrician, that he had worked in factories as well, that he did not like that he liked doing the employment that was sporadic, where he would be busy in March or April and November and December, but not the other times of the year other than sporadically. And as a result, he has not made money sufficient to pay his support obligation, although he has made, as he states, approximately $150 per week, but he has not paid regularly, nor has he paid the support obligation that he has. The court will find that he's failed to exercise good faith attempt at compliance. He's failed to refuse to comply, and therefore he is in contempt of court. Anything before sentencing, Mr. Sacre?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. I would ask that the court not impose a jail sentence today. Mr. Mcclure has testified that he is working. He is aware of the child support obligation.
Is he aware that Mayor just threw out 5? We got a case channel, by the way, 5:30 East. So you know.
That's a whole rack of ribs, a full rack, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the thing. This guy, he wants these women to be responsible for the children he helped make. He doesn't want any part of the financial burden. He'll play daddy every once in a while, but don't come to him looking for no money.
Right. That's your problem. You go get a new education, you get a better education, get a job, and you worry about it. He says, I ain't worried about their financial woes. That ain't my problem.
Not my loan.
Oh, man.
And so that he can begin his continue his employment, my apologies, and make monthly payments. If the court is inclined to impose a jail sentence, I would ask that the court put in place a $100 purge amount. Thank you.
Well, in this case, you have previously been held in contempt and received a 7-day suspended sentence. The court could sentence you up to 90 days. I'm not going to do that, but I do believe that some jail time is warranted. I'm going to sentence you to 30 days in jail with credit for no time served. Court will order that you report to the sheriff department on July 12, 2024, no later than 4:00 p.m. In this matter, the court will allow you to purge yourself of contempt on the 2013 case by paying the sum of $500.
No, we don't like that.
The other case, to purge yourself of contempt by paying the sum of $200. If you pay those amounts, then you would not have to appear in jail. Otherwise, you will need to appear on the July 12 day. Any questions, sir?
Yes. Why am I going to jail for some? Look.
You're not paying your support obligation.
No, we're going to be real. Sir, look, I didn't ask for the women to want custodial. I guess. No. You're not paying, sir, and that's why I did not take out that loan. Send me paperwork with my name on it where I am viable for that loan. That I signed. Where I signed for the money. Send me it. Support order. I already support my kids.
Okay.
I didn't ask for you guys to be in my life. I already support my kids, sir. I didn't ask for child support. I did not ask for child support. The moms did.
Jail or your jail time will increase.
Sir, I did not ask for child support. The moms did, sir. I don't understand.
You're muted, so you can stop talking. I'm going to tell you, report to jail on July 12th, or we'll have you back into court. You'll be in contempt, and you can serve up to 90 days. And I have no problem with imposing the 90-day if you don't show.
Yeah, he keeps going with the loan thing.
He is contending that these women, once they had these children that A, he didn't ask for, and B, he never said he would give money to anyone on any of these children. He looks at them as like child support is like begging for a loan. They want money from him. He had no part of that. He is very much teetering on I don't know if it's a sovereign citizen type deal where
it's odd.
he's using weird lingo. He is definitely teetering on some really weird stuff.
Shelly, 5 to the main channel. Thank you. Don't forget we do that Fridays at 5:30. Man, this dude is
he's a piece of work, man.
I don't think he was not ready for that. I don't think he saw that coming.
He's got away with it in the past. We've seen all that stuff she's reading off. He's already been found in contempt twice. He was given a 7-day sentence, which was suspended if he would pay X amount of dollars. So he's now, he's slowly being edged his way. He owes $8,000 on one, which from what I understand, it wasn't a very high monthly support he was being asked to pay in the first place. So it took a while to get to $8,000. And the other one, he's working on that. We don't know how long he's been paying that, how old the child is or anything of that nature.
Yeah.
But he is a real piece of work when it comes to, he should be ashamed of himself for the things he said.
I think that he actually believes in some way that he takes care of his children because
he sees them and takes them to dinner every once in a while.
Get some ribs or pays $50 for a lawn that's not $50 size wise. And I think that he legit thinks that's taking care of him doing his part.
Oh yeah.
So report no later than 4:00 p.m. on July 12th, 2000.
Wow. Wow. It should say Finn. Didn't it say Finn?
No.
Oh, well, the guys in the truck are fired.
Yeah.
But that's the end of it.
The last day. That was it. I wanted to see Finn, though.
I did too.
Wow. Great crowd today, by the way. 330 plus of you the entire day.
Yeah. And if you're watching this in the future, please down below, give your thoughts on this guy. Are you familiar with the terminology of loan, giving the woman the loan? Again, leaving this burden of financial responsibility solely on the woman is a horrible thing to do. As a scumbag, as bad as it gets thing to do.
That's very triggering. And I think that he believes a lot of that. I don't think he's acting that. I think he really believes that shit. Unreal. The Sugarless Daddy Express. Gary, #1 in our book. Bill, thank you. Lady Sky, Hedwig, welcome. Madonna, welcome. Michael, Mayor with a full rack gifter, we'll just say. And Shelly with a full rack.
Much appreciated. You got a premiere happening over on We Got a Case that you're going to be redirected to that starts in about 7 minutes, something like that. You check it out. It's Judge Shackelford yelling at people in a very high-pitched voice. So don't want to miss it. And then at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is about an hour from now, depending on where you're at, about an hour from now over on Creedence Mikey, a whole giant block of Judge Boyd, a guy that's claiming he found pew in the drugs in his son's backpack. And that's why he was busted with them and maybe going to prison, as well as a lady who says, drugs, I get them, I weigh them because I don't trust drug dealers, Creed. And if you're saying I've got this much drugs on me, you're wrong because I always weigh my drugs.
You don't trust the plug? Is what you say? Mayor, fan of the year for a reason. Gifted like crazy. 5 more to We Got a Case channel. Appreciate that.
Another full rack daddy.
I love it. Gonna see some new faces.
Love it.
Tonight again at 5:30 East for members only for We Got a Case channel.
And we do that live, so come on back and hang out. We'd love to see you in the chat. Everybody's new. Please do us a favor. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, say hello. We'd love to hear from you. Girls, I enjoyed watching y'all wash the dog this morning. That was adorable. And all the good stuff. Stay safe, stay hard, stay tuned. We'll see you here again very soon. Until then, take care. Bye now.